Hello and welcome back to Vintage Farming. Right, as you can see, we are in our newly cut grass fields. We are going to get all of this windrowing completed because we do have to bale and wrap the bales as well, because we are going to be getting some nice silage done. Now, I am hoping that I can get a nice bit of rows here, make the baling just that much easier as well. That should be absolutely fine. Now I suppose we could have probably hired on a helper to do the rowing, and then we could follow with the baler, but I want to see at least just how this goes, because I might set them off. I just don't know how they'll do, if they'll do it properly or not. I suppose we could just try, but for now at least we are getting it done. Once we have our bales fermented, we'll sell them of course, and then we're just one step closer to moving on to the new farm, the new map as well. Well, the new farm on the new map really. So that's one row. You know what, I am curious to see. Let's give them a chance, shall we? Right, what we'll do is... Right, what's going on here? Must have decided to cut straight into the field. I will actually bring this back a bit, back towards the field. Right, to lower that down. Well, that hasn't done much, has it? Right, I'm not too fussed on that. I just want to make certain that we can get this to go straight on. But let's see, let's give it a go. Right, so if we start about there, I think that's the angle that the helper would go at. Right, not bad. Right, now here's to hoping. I just kind of want to watch them for a moment, just to see what they do. Because if they turn round and make an absolute mess of it, then we don't want that, do we? Right, that's fine. Collect that, it's alright. But if it does spin round, and it puts that into a really nice row, then I think that's the best option. Because it'll make baling so much easier to deal with. But once we find that the helper is actually not trying to rob us here, then we will go and get the baler, and at least we can follow behind in the hopes that... Hey, that's alright, that's not bad at all. That saves us quite a job. I mean, it seems like it's going to overlap a bit, but really, I mean... That's fine. That's brilliant, that is. Right, well now that we know that we can get helper on for the... These cheeky pigs, I swear to goodness gracious. Get back in there, you cheeky monkey. Unbelievable. I will be honest, I'll miss these cheeky pigs when we move map. Right, what is this? What a mess I've created here. I almost forgot about that. Right, let's have a look at everything. So the helper's doing what the helper's doing. As far as what we can do, so we will get to baling. Right. There is still a bit of hay. So once this goes, we'll let them take the rest of that, and we'll go from there. We'll use up the rest of the TMR that we have, which is to say none. So just what's here, and feed them, because we do have enough for a mix. So we might as well do one. Right, let's find the Belarus here and just make our way to... Where's the baler as well? Hello? Where's the baler gone? Oh, have I left it still? Haha, it's still... Oi! Get back! What you... Right, fine. As long as you don't leave the yard. Okay. We're going to make our way down to get our baler. But before we do... I'm going to give this beautiful tractor a bit of a washing, because it is absolutely filthy. Right, there we go. Right, brilliant. Give that nice scrub down. Hello, hello. Brilliant. He's still sitting there. Right. Look at the detail on that. I really do like that. It shows the fan and the belt and all that moving. It's really, really great. Right, okay. Let's go and collect our baler, and then we'll see you back in the field. Alright, well, the baler needed a cleaning as well, so I have done, but we also need a bit of fuel, so we should be able to just pull from our barrels here. That should reach. Brilliant, we'll get that filled up. Hopefully, we have enough remaining. Oh, barrel's gone. That's fine for now. We won't dig into the other barrel just yet. But we will make our way to the field. I've given myself no room to turn here. No room at all. Right, there we are. So, we do have 66% of a straw bale, which is a slight bit of an inconvenience, to be honest, because I am focusing on the silage only at this point, but we will just have to get that straw bale out. Not a problem. Let's see how the helper... What is going on? That's not very helpful, Mr. Helper. Why have you done such silly... Oh, no. So, well, whatever. It's working, I guess. That is very annoying. I don't understand why it would do that. Well, let's lower this down. Let's get the... Oh, look at that. It's brilliant. Whoa, weird. So it's odd. Okay. Strange. It's automatically converted it to grass, but then also... Oh, yes, we were having this problem before, weren't we? Where it's going extra slow for some reason. We're not even on a hill. I do not understand. Right, let's see. Oh. Very strange. You know what? It's almost like it was doing that only with straw. Yeah, I don't know, because we had that issue before and I thought going uphill was the problem. But does something need repair? No, nothing. That's very, very strange. I do not understand that at all. But we will just crack on, I suppose. We do need to get all of these bales baled and all this grass baled. Oh, what's happened? You stopped. Okay, we'll keep an eye on the helper now because we don't need this kind of faffing. What is going on? Okay, well, you know what? It's fine. The helper's doing what the helper's doing. It's still a huge help. Better than having to do... Oh, that's not. What are you on, mate? Right, we'll... you know what we'll do? I'll get this sorted, and we'll put a bit of a baling into... Well, put the baling into a bit of a time-lapse, what I should say. And we'll just fix up the helper before we do crack on with that. But hopefully it can go all the way. Yeah, we'll start it now and see. Please don't go in the water. Okay. We'll just have to hope for the best, and I will keep a very watchful eye on the helper as we crack on with this extremely slow baling. Yeah, something's off here. Something is not on. Right, carry on with it and see. See, now it's fine. Don't know, it's a bit finicky. Don't understand. But nevertheless, we are underway. Just want to make sure we are doing the right speed here. Right, we're missing bits now. Right, my initial thought, actually, last time was that it's the mod that has the round bales, or the round baler stop when it's full. That's a great little mod that I've installed, but if it is causing issues, then I absolutely will remove it. But I can't see how that would be the problem. But nevertheless, we will crack on with it. Oh no, what's he doing now? This trees give him a scare, I suppose. Right, just one more fix up before we eventually get started up again here. Right, okay, let's go round like this. It is my fault because a tree is there as well, and that really does not help the situation. But if we set him off here, it should be less problematic. Yes, and then we can tidy up whatever is missed. Right, I think now we can finally crack on with a bit of a time-lapse between slow balers. Oh my goodness, we don't even have the pickup down. Can't really pick anything up if you don't put it down, you know what I mean? Right, we'll just get back over here. And we will try this once more. And we're off. Right, well, as you can see, we have managed to get quite a bit of the field completed, but I will admit it's a bit of a mess. I don't know if have been better off to windrow it all myself or what, but yeah, it's left these very strange sort of extra rows and all that, but it has done. For the most part, the help has been very helpful. I have noticed that it did take a fair wage, though. A fair as in, not fair to me, wage, but that's nevertheless, that is fine. Just I would have expected a discount if you're going to do half a job, you know. Nevertheless, we will tidy up what needs tidying up, and honestly, I'll probably get the majority of the rest of the rowing especially, and the baling most likely, off camera, just because there is a fair amount of it, and it is the same sort of job over and over. And the other thing is, that's more important than that, is that we have harvesting to do. Not in this month, but either in June or July. Now, the bales as they are can possibly be left out, but we should, you know what though? Nah, we should probably get them wrapped before June. So yes, what we'll do, and there's many of them, there actually is quite a few bales already. The vehicle's broken. What? Oh, he's driven into that. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's not broken. The helper's a bloody idiot. Oh no. Right, well, that's a mess. Now I've got to go to the shop, sort that. So, what I'll do then is I will crack on with the baling for the rows that I can do. We'll get the Z-Tour and the windrow back to the farm, because we'll have to reset to the shop. As you can see there, just the top of the Z-Tour is visible. That is, you know what? That's 100% my fault for thinking that the helper could do a very simple job. So we'll just head over here and see how bad it all is. Oh, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. How's he done that? How's he gone? Oh my goodness. Right, well, we'll sort that out. We'll finish the rowing and baling, and you know what? I've got another field here as well that needs to be rowed up and baled also. So I don't know. What I might do even is once we get the helper back, or the helper, I keep saying the helper, no more helpers, I don't think that's a safe plan. I think we'll get the Z-Tour back from the shop, because we do have to reset it, of course. We can even do that right now as I'm rambling on about it. So we'll get that reset to the shop, and then we can get it back over here. We'll get as much baled as we can, so there's a row here and a few rows here and there and whatnot. Actually, I could probably go over this one more time. Either way, it's a mess. So I'll get it cleaned up, and ideally we'll get the rest of the rowing done off camera as well, and then pick up a bale wrapper. Alright, so as you can see, we're not quite done all the baling, but I have finished all of the baling in those two fields, and I think we're at 20-ish bales. Let's have a look. 24 bales, that's alright. So, of those 24 bales, yeah, it should work out fine. Now, I'm looking here at the helper. I did give the helper another opportunity to rectify their ways, and it seems alright. It is a bit frustrating that there is that strange mini row, I guess you could say. I don't understand why, but it is the way it is. The way I'm looking at it is that it's still going to be, we're still going to get all the grass in, and it's still in rows, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. There we have 25 bales, so I'm going to say from this whole, I'm going to say about 35 total. So another 10 bales, I reckon, from this, maybe more. We could even hit 40 total, to be honest, but we shall see. We shall see. Everything was very well fertilized as well, so that should impact our yield for bales. It will mean, though, that we do have a lot of wrapping and loading to do. The loading does not need to happen until the selling, which is brilliant, so we don't need to load twice. We just have to load them once they are fermented and ready to sell, which will indicate the end of this particular map, which is, I'll be honest, it's exciting. I am looking forward to moving on and bringing our equipment with us. Right, so I won't ramble on too much, don't want to waste too much time with this, because we have done loads of the baling, but I will finish up this. The helper is trying. And I'll finish the baling, we'll wrap up the grass work, and then we can actually go to the shop and get ourselves a bale wrapper. Alright, so this is the absolute last row of grass to collect, and unfortunately it seems we will be short of that final bale, which is a bit unfortunate. It's not that much left. You know what, there might be enough scattered about, but I will have a look later on. It is already getting quite late, quite dark, so about 49%. There very well could be enough to finish off the bale. It would be a waste otherwise, so I will try and source the rest of a bale, but in the meantime I will detach from this, because we are going to head down to the shop and collect our bale wrapper. Now, it will have to be a lease to own if we have enough money. Now, oh wow, the helper did actually take quite a bit of cash from us, but if we don't have enough, we can at least get a bit of a small loan. We do know basically that the wage of the helper is 1 bale once we sell it, so absolutely no problems there. Oh, you know what? Let's have a look. How many bales? So I said between 35 and 40. I was hoping for 40, but let's find out right now. Where am I going? 37. Wow, that's pretty close, right in the middle. So if we do get that last bale, it will be 38, which would be absolutely brilliant. So we'll try and faff around with that later on, but we do want to get the bales wrapped before darkness. If we can do that, it would be brilliant. So we'll see you at the shop. Alright, we have arrived, and we will open up the menu here. So these are our leased items still, so this will have to pay off. That's totally fine. The Tanker, I don't know. I don't know if we'll need it or not. But I mean, for how expensive it is, fairly cheap, so it probably will. This one I will definitely return. In fact, I should make a mix before the end of the day so we can return it before we get another fee. Because I do not want another fee. And then the forage wagon, I'm on the fence about that. I'm not too certain what to do. I think returning it would be wise. Just because I can't see us needing it. We won't need it for the rest of this series for certain, and I suppose we could always get it again in the future. It's fairly inexpensive anyways. Not what we're here for today. For now, we do need a bale wrapper, which is all the way at the end here, the Sipmatekla Z274, and as I said before, it's available in the red, which is brilliant. So that ideally I'd like to put that on the Z-Tool. Probably go for that red. We can always change it in the future. I would like to do something a bit different. Let's see. Some pink bales. I like the blue actually. Yeah. What is our design colour? We'll just keep that white. 1 attach, 2 attach. What is that about? I really don't see a difference, so I'm just going to do attach 1. And for the stickers, yeah, we'll go with that. That's fine. Makes no difference really. Can we lease it? Oh, good. £204. Yes, we will. Brilliant. There we are. At least the foil colour matches our current tractor. We might end up putting it on the Z-Tour actually, just to give this one a bit of a break from all that baling. Because yeah, it should work out fine. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Put it on the Z-Tour so the red matches the red, and then we can get some bales all wrapped up, get them fermenting. Alright, well, as you can see, I've decided to try something. I want to try the wrapper on the front, because we do have the 3-point on the front. So we'll lower it down, or actually unfold it probably, right now. Does it have to be loaded into... Right, I'm going to be a bit cheeky for the first one and just try and push it up. There we go. Right, so that is a bit unfortunate that we actually have to do it like this. But I suppose we could just get the Massey and do it that way, but I might actually be a bit cheeky and just push them onto it, because we are going to be loading them all with the Massey anyways, so we might as well just be a bit cheeky. So we probably don't have to lower it down, do we? It wraps for days. Blimey. Right, so we can keep it down, which will actually make it more realistic for us for loading onto. So we will just, I guess, roleplay being very, very strong and being able to simply load them onto the wrapper, because this 37 bales that we have so far will actually take bloody ages to load on. So, there we go. Right, that is the plan. I am here for it. So we'll see how it goes. I will try and stick this into a time lapse, depending on how. I mean, obviously it takes ages to wrap one bale, so we'll definitely get as much of the time lapse in as we can do, and hopefully it doesn't take all that long. But at least now we have all of our grass fields done. All the bales have been made. Now we just have to actually go around and wrap them all. So we will, as I say, be a bit cheeky. Call it cheeky if you want, but I just call it being very, very strong. Indeed. Right, there we are. Fantastic. We'll crack on with it. we have just about all of the bales wrapped up and ready to start fermenting. Some of them already have. There we go. Right. One annoying thing, I don't understand why, but I go up to here and I cannot enter unless I actually click the simple IC indicator there. I don't know if it's because super strength. It must be super strength then, yeah. Weird, but... or I just can't face it. Maybe I can't be looking at the door. Oh, now it works every time. Very strange. I don't know why that was. I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but early on in the time-lapse, which, speaking of the time-lapse, I don't think it will have been the whole time-lapse. This has taken quite some time. But, luckily, see, yeah, now I can't get in there. Strange. Very strange indeed. Right. Well, nevertheless, we are all done. I will try and source a bit of grass. There are a few patches that I've seen that can be tended to, and I will have a double check that all of the grass bales have been wrapped. Of course, I will get that 38th bale. I will get it somehow, and then yeah, and then we can put everything back to the farm. I have also decided that this wrapper will be returned. Right, we'll make our way actually over to the baler, but yes, I will return this wrapper. We will not keep it. I have decided it's for the best that that we do actually just return it. In the future, if we do want to do silage bales, we can look for potentially another vintage type of wrapper, or we can just lease this one again. But as it stands, it's not really a tool I want in my full-time arsenal. Right, so what we'll do in the rest of May, off camera, is get the last bale out, wrap it, return this, make a TMR mixture for the cows, and return the feed mixer, and then we can just dump it out to the side or give it directly to them, so that they can, yeah, just wrap up the hay that they have. And then we can move on to June and start, hopefully, the harvest, but we shall see. Good morning and welcome to June. As you can see, we are negative £1 in the bank. Basically, we had our leasing and maintenance fees come out, so that's a bit unfortunate, but there is a great demand somewhere, and we might have a look at that, because we do have soybeans to sell. Right, first thing you can probably tell is that this whole mess has been dealt with. The oobler is gone, and I have made not one, not two, not three, but 4 TMR mixes. That little machine does hold a fair amount. Actually, it might even have been 5. It was just pile after pile. But we did sort all the rest of the silage, and I am flying around because I was doing a look at my bales. They look absolutely beautiful, by the way. Right, we do have all the pile of silage gone, and most of the hay, and then a little bit of straw remaining there. So we'll have a look at the cows, because I have an idea. There's only a few things we have to do in June, because I did have a quick look, and unfortunately our canola crop is not ready until July, but I should have known that anyways, yeah, as you can see here. So we will sort that out, but we do have soybeans to sell. Oh, maybe that was what? Best price is at grain sell point, but that's not bad for what we have. That's nearly, you know, about £4,000. But anyways, milk. We do have loads of milk, and we will be selling straw as well as hay in time, because we do have hay and straw remaining. But what I want to do, when is this best? Alright, not till January, which is probably, January will probably be the end of our time on this map. So there are a few things I want to do. First thing is cows. Let me show you what we've done. They are full up, essentially, with TMR. I only have 10 cows in there, but if you look at that, they are actually worth quite a bit compared to what they were when we bought them. Now I'm thinking of doing a cheeky investment. So I've got all this TMR that can be used up, and I reckon that even these few will probably use all of this TMR up before the end of our time here. what I have decided to do, because there is a capacity of 30, is add 10 more brown Swiss for the next 8 months or whatever is remaining. Call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including June, around there. So what I'm going to do is, because we have all this TMR and we do have hay left, and I'd rather just give the hay to the cows to continue producing milk. Milk sells for loads, and as the cows grow older, they'll be worth more when we sell them to the new farm that they're going to when we leave this one. We have no money though, so how are we going to do that? Well, we will pull a cheeky loan. So we'll find out how much all that would be for 10 cows. Actually, we can do that right now. Let's go over here. We will have money coming in from the harvest, from the soybeans, and of course from this canola harvest, and from the silage, and from sale of all the fields. But what we'll do first is probably have to pull a cheeky loan. So we want not 20, but rather 10. I think 10 is fine. Because then they will produce double the amount of milk, and we can sell loads of milk, and it'll just, really strongly believe it'll be worth it, even with the £800 fee. So we do need about £12,000, so we can pull a loan for, well, about that amount, call it 15,000, but we also have to pull a loan for something else. Now, we could do a lease to own on this, but for the price, I'd rather just pull the loan and have it paid off straight away. The item in question is something to haul the soybeans. Of course, we will have canola as well that we need to put somewhere, but we can't put that soybeans back into the harvester and transport it. We don't have our trailer anymore, because I did get rid of it because it was causing a few issues, and again, I wasn't a big fan of how small it was for how much grain it could hold. So I will show you what we'll be doing. So here's our silo. As you can see, we've got 1931 litres of soybeans. So the first thing we'll do is we'll pull that loan for, there we go, we've got 14,998. We'll run back over here, open this dialog, brown Swiss. The reason I'm doing the 12-month-old cows here is so that they can start producing milk immediately. Take advantage of all this extra TMR that we have, and yeah, they can produce milk, and then we'll sell them for even more once we actually sell them. So we will buy 10 more cows. Perfect. As I said, hello ladies, they're doing alright in there. As I said, we will make a profit off them when we sell them, the extra milk as well. If we do run out of TMR, it's not a problem, because we do have loads of hay that we can supply them with. So that is fantastic. Right, so now that that's done, we have 3,198 in the bank, but we still don't have a means of transportation. I'm very excited about this next bit, because it's very rare that I use this kind of equipment, but I will show you. First, we'll check the sales. Right, all this futuristic machinery, absolutely brilliant. So again, the Oobler is gone. I reckon the mower, for 100% certain I will purchase it when we can. The forage wagon, I reckon I'll keep it. At the price we're at, we're already paying for it for 13 months. Might as well buy it. We might need it in the future. And then this as well, probably, just in case. We can always sell it. It would be interesting if we could do milk. Perhaps, perhaps I might look into talking to the dealership, as it were, to get that edited for milk. But we shall see, we shall see. No rush on that. What I do want to show you is not a trailer, but rather a lorry. And we're going to go all the way. We've got all these brilliant options, all these nice vintage options, but I spoke to the shop, and they actually have something that's a bit perfect for us. This is a ZIL 130 truck. This is an old military truck, and I reckon they just have it sitting at the shop, so you might as well give it a go. As you can see, it is very inexpensive, and it holds 15,000 litres. I will be honest though, I have edited both the capacity and the price. It was 45,000, but I reckon that is way too much for this. This looks about right for 15,000. I think that's an appropriate size, or appropriate amount for this truck. There's no reason why it would hold 45,000. If it was all the way up, and it was a full grain truck, then maybe. But for this size, 15,000 is perfect. Not only that, but the price was extraordinarily more for what it was, or is. So what I've done is I've made it a very accessible £10,000 and a very modest £15,000 capacity, or litre capacity. I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect for our vintage series. Nevertheless, we cannot afford it. You know what? No, I will lease to own. I will lease to own, because that's what I've been doing with everything else. All the equipment might as well. Versus pulling a loan. We'll be able to pay it off as soon as we do the harvest. And, yeah, I'd rather pay these sort of fees than the loan fees. So, we do have it leased. Now we can head over to the shop and collect our new lorry. Brilliant. Oh yes. Right, at least we can remove the cover there, and it seems very nice. Absolutely fantastic. Here we'll get a view of the inside as well here. Nice first person view. Oh yes, very nice. Got all your gauges and all that. Oh, this is perfect. Absolutely brilliant for us, isn't it? Right, well, let's take it for our first test drive, I suppose. Oh yeah, very nice. Here we get back to the third person. Oh, it manoeuvres really nicely as well. Right, so again, this is something very different. It's very rare that I'll actually use a grain lorry versus an actual trailer. So I'm very pleased about this, because it's something I don't do very often. Honestly, also, speaking of the bed, I could have probably got away with making it 20,000 litres, but I thought, you know what, if we're paying £10,000 for the vehicle, 15,000 litre capacity is ample. And really, with the fields we have, and fields we'll have in the future, that's perfect. Let's say in the future we can always upgrade it, how about that? Right, well, we're just about back at the farm, because this is the absolute fastest time we've ever gotten. We can even go faster if we want. This is the absolute fastest we've made it back to the farm at 100 kph versus our usual 34, 35. So happy days. Right, we might as well just go straight in. There we are. Oh my goodness. I usually leave the gate open. Not this time. Right, so we'll go through here, we'll go and collect our soybeans, and then we'll find where the best price currently is for them to be sold. Alright, get those loaded in. Soybeans. Now I know I was going to sell these to the, or give these rather to the pigs, but I've decided it'll be much better for us to just sell them. Right. It looks like such a small amount in there, and it really is, of our 15,000 capacity. Now, before we crack on, we need to find out where we're going. So we'll go to soybeans, and the best price, so over 2,000. Oh, brilliant. And the price rises still. So grain sell point is still the best. And I believe that's our usual spot, down by the shop, where we just were, really. Right. Right, well what we'll do is we'll make our way down there, and we'll see if the prices tend to change at all. I can't see them changing extraordinarily. Alright, I should go this way actually. I can't see them changing a whole lot before we actually get there, but we will make our way down there and see how the prices have changed. So we'll see you down at the grain sell point. Alright mate, cheers, thanks, appreciate that, thanks so much. Right, so I just chatted with that lad for many hours. As you can see, we are well into the afternoon now, but the price has peaked, and it is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's an old mate who's catching up over here, because I told him I was leaving and all that, leaving the area, and anyways, here we are. So, I will show you the price before we sell it, because it has gone up quite a bit, and I'm very glad that I waited around to actually get this price. So 2238. It was at 21, I want to say 2165 or something. So really nice that we waited. This one almost reached us, and it could even surpass it, but we are here now. So 2238 is amazing. So we'll start overloading, and we should get a really nice amount. Definitely over £4,000. Yeah, 4325. Amazing. I'm very pleased with that. And that really does do us for June. That's all we really had to do. Yeah, late is May. Right, we'll close that up. We will probably, potentially be coming back this way one more time before the end of the map time. But as it stands, we are all done for June. The next thing we'll have to do in July is actually harvest. So other than that, we are essentially all good to go. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with this purchase. So, want to be honest? What do you think? What do you reckon? What do you think to our brand new grain lorry? I'm very pleased about it. Hey, we should get it in the sun. Get a bit more of a proper appreciation for it here. Just turn around. Get it in. There we go. Look at that. Brilliant. Very pleased with this. Right, well that does do us for this episode. There really is not much else we can get going with. Let's have a look at the cows though before we do part ways. So we have... Right, they're worth a lot less than when we purchased them, but that price, again, it's an investment I'm hoping for to increase. Alright, so that's 676 that we have there. We purchased them for about £1,200, so they're worth about half what they were, but the milk they produce should really level it out, and we should end up with more in the long run. So we'll see. And as well, the second set of cows were produced from the first, so absolutely fine, and we should have even more produced from these cows. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The pigs are fine, they're doing their thing. There won't be any room to reproduce, but that's fine. We didn't give them any of the soybeans, which was fine. We really needed the money more. So once that's out, we'll just try and let all their food go. Once they're out of food, we'll sell the lot. And yeah, then we can start moving on. As you can see, 95 and 122 is the last two crops we have left. Once we harvest 95 and 122, we can sell both of those fields. I don't want to sell our grass fields yet in case we can't get the bales out. For whatever reason, I know it'll be fine, but we can wait. There's no depreciation on the land, so that's what we'll do. Right, the next thing is to wait for July. So there we have it. Oh, sorry, May. Get out of your way there. Brilliant. Right, well, that... go on. Go on. Right, well, that, as I say, that does do us for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does go a long way helping out the channel, and I appreciate it very much. So until the next one, please do take care. I'm trying to record my outro, mate. Until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.